What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with you, man. This is Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, bro. Before I get going on today's video, y'all be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and share the video, bro. If you come to and watch the video, be sure to hit the like button, bro. Put your seatbelt on when you hop in the car, man. As well as I said, subscribe to the channel and share the video. Also, I love to chop it up with y'all and talk boxing with you, but I can't do that unless you leave a comment. So comment down below, bro, so we can chop it up on this boxing. And if you want to have me hop on a panel or you want to collaborate with me, you can reach out to me at knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. That's knockoutboxing, the number 8, the number 6 at yahoo.com. And that email can also be used for any subscriber request videos, man. If there's a topic that you want me to cover or a certain video that you want me to do, be sure to leave that on that email as well. And again, that's knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com, bro. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into today's video. We're going to do a recap. We're going to do a recap on the fights last night. And we're going to do a recap on my predictions, man. So, as you know, we picked the Vergil Ortiz and Maurice Hooker fight. We picked the Artur Beterbiev and the Adam Deans fight. And we picked the Okoli versus Kawaki fight. And so we'll break down the two lesser fights first in terms of the ones that were more popular. And then I'll save Maurice Hooker and Vergil Ortiz for last. As far as our prediction record now, we now got a 12-2-3 record on this channel with our predictions, man, because we're going into the night with 9 wins, 2 losses, and 3 draws. But we got all our predictions right last night, man. We got all our predictions right, so now that brings our record on this channel here at Knockout Boxing 86 TV to 12-2-3. 12 predictions right, 2 wrong, and 3 draws. I keep telling y'all, man, if you want to win some money, bro, listen to my predictions. Listen to my predictions, man. I'll help you out. I'll get you right. Get some extra money in your pocket. Get you some extra bread, bro. But anyway, man, first fight. Let's talk about Artur Beterbiev and Adam Deans. It went exactly how I thought it would, man. Beterbiev was just too big, too strong for him. Credit to Adam Deans. And if I'm saying his name wrong, I apologize. Credit to him, though, bro. He came to fight. He caught Beterbiev with some good shots. And he was fighting back, unlike Avni Yildirim was against Canelo Alvarez. You could tell, 30 seconds into the fight that Adam Deans, he was overmatched. He didn't have the skill. He didn't have the strength. You could tell that he was overmatched and that Beterbiev was going to stop him. You could tell. First 30 seconds to a minute into that fight, you knew what was going to happen. But credit to him for trying, bro. For being a professional, showing up to fight, and giving it all that he had, bro. He gave it all that he had, and he lasted longer than a lot of people thought that he would. You know, part of that was him and his heart, and part of that, I believe, was because Beterbiev has been out of the ring for a long time. He's been out of the ring for a long time, but eventually he got his rhythm. He started breaking them down, going to the body extremely hard. He started using that hand speed that he does have. He has some hand speed. He ain't got the fastest hands, but he started putting together combinations, using his strength, mauling him like the Russian monster that he is, and he eventually stopped him, bro. He eventually stopped him with a hook, I believe, and it was over with, bro. It was over with. So we got that one, knockout. Beterbiev doing his thing. The other fight that we predicted was Okoli. Who was stepping up against Glowacki and fighting for his first ever WBO Cruiserweight World title. You know, so he was able to become a world champion, and he put on a great performance. He kept Glowacki at a distance with his jab, used his jab beautifully, both as like a real punch and just kind of to keep the distance on him and keep him at bay. He was circling the whole time to his right, which was to Glowacki's power hand, which I would like to see him go to the left more, just be more fundamentally sound and go away from the power. But he was going right into the power, and he was able to do that because he kept him at bay with that jab. And then eventually, as he started finding his distance, he was hitting him with right hands to the body, catching him up top with the right hand. He basically beat him with a 1-2 all night, bro. He beat him with a 1-2 all night before eventually stopping him. It was a 1-2, and then it was a 1, and sometimes he'd bring it a little wider with the hook. But Okoli equipped himself really, really well, showed what he can do, and he eventually caught him with a perfect shot. Glowacki kept ducking down all night, Okoli anticipated that, threw a jab and threw a right hand where he knew Glowacki's head would be, and it landed on his chin flush, and he stopped him, knocked him the hell out. And unlike Glowacki's last opponent, he didn't need an illegal elbow first to do it. He stopped his ass, starched him, knocked him out. So that was 2-0. Now let's get to the main event, bro. Let's talk about Vergil Ortiz versus Maurice Hooker. This fight was an absolute barn burner while it lasted, bro. It was a fun fight while it lasted. They really put on for the city of Dallas, Texas, my hometown. They put it down for us, bro. They really, really did. And so, credit to both fighters. Credit to both fighters. Because they came in and they were warriors. Now, Maurice Hooker, coming off that loss to Jose Ramirez, he did have a fight in between this fight against a dude named Uriel Perez that he knocked out in the first round. But he did try to use his jab a little bit more in this fight. He was the warrior that he always is. When things got tough, he fought. He caught Ortiz with some great punches. If you don't believe me, go look at Ortiz's face after the fight. Maurice Hooker came to fight, and he was a warrior. But what I think this showed is that he might be a little, not really a top 147-pounder, bro. I don't think he can compete with the top guys at 147 after last night's performance. So I'm interested to see what's next for him. I think that he still ended up giving up his reach, as he's known to do. He ended up having that propensity to try to get in the war when he gets hurt. And he was soft to the body last night. He was really soft to the body last night. Ortiz caught him with some great shots. And it really slowed him down towards the middle of that fight before the fight ended up eventually being stopped. Now, for Ortiz, he needs to stay away from the top welterweights for right now, bro. He's not ready for Terrence Bud Crawford. He's not ready for Sean Porter even. He's not ready for Errol Spence. He gets hit too much. He lacked head movement in this fight. He lacked a versatile defense in this fight. Offensively, he's sound, bro. His feet are always in position to punch. He digs to the body very well. He throws everything with mean intentions. But he only has one defense, and it's an earmuff defense. He doesn't use his shoulders anymore. He doesn't put his chin behind his shoulder. He doesn't have much head movement. It's just earmuffs, straight like this. And like this, looking for a punch. He needs to be more versatile defensively, because if he gets hit with the shots that Maurice Hooker hit him with by guys that are stronger than Maurice Hooker, by guys that are faster than Maurice Hooker and more athletic, that'll have the ability to hit him but then get out of the way of some of his stuff, it's going to be a long night for him. It's going to be a long night for him. So I want to see him get better defensively. But as a young prospect coming up, this being your first test, he passed it, bro. He passed it, and that's all you can ask of somebody in his position, bro. He passed the test last night. Now, the way that the fight stopped, Maurice Hooker broke his hand. And so he broke his hand, couldn't continue. So Vergil Ortiz won by TKO. But I don't think that takes away from Vergil Ortiz's performance, because me personally, I don't know if everybody will agree with me, but I think Vergil Ortiz was on his way to stopping Maurice Hooker anyway. I feel like he had the round or two before, he started going to the body. He started breaking Maurice Hooker down. Maurice Hooker was his punches were starting to lose some steam, and Vergil Ortiz was coming on, bro. He was starting to tag Maurice Hooker. He was knocking his head back. He was digging to his body, and you could see Maurice Hooker slowing down. It was visible to me, bro. It was visible to me. So while I don't like the way that the fight stopped, I don't like that Maurice Hooker broke his hand, and that's how it stopped. I feel like we were a round or two away from Vergil Ortiz winning by TKO or stoppage anyway, bro. He was winning that fight. He was taking the momentum of that fight. The moment he started digging to the body, it started to slow Hooker down, and he started tagging him, bro. So I like the performance for Vergil Ortiz. I really want to see what's next for these two guys, because as I said earlier in this video, bro, I don't know if Maurice Hooker can compete at 147 pounds. I don't know where he goes from here. I really, really don't. He was having trouble making the weight at 140, but I think if he wants to be world champion again, I think if that's what he's really aiming for, he probably needs to go back, consider, maybe getting a nutritionist, maybe seeing what he can do to try to make the weight more comfortably, because at 147, I don't see him becoming champion, because he just lost to an up-and-coming prospect. So I don't think he can beat the current champions. And if you want to be world champion in the future, like 2 or 3 years from now, Vergil Ortiz is still going to be right there. And then you got Jerron Boots Ennis, who I don't think Maurice Hooker can beat. So I don't know what the path is for him, to be perfectly honest for you. So I'm rooting for him. He's a fellow Dallas native like myself. So we'll see what's next for him. As for Vergil Ortiz, I want to see him. I want to see him get in another test. You know, somebody like Calvinakis comes to mind, Green Machine, a Mean Machine. Somebody like Josecito Lopez comes to mind. A fighter like that, bro. Somebody that's a fringe top 10 welterweight. That's been in there with the best, and maybe lost to the best, but that's been in there with the best and equated themselves well. That needs to be the next step for Vergil Ortiz. He does not need to fight the top 3 or 4 in the division. He don't need to be trying to step in there with Earl Spence for sure. He damn sure don't need to be trying to step in there with Bud Crawford. And I don't even think he wants to step in there with Sean Porter right now, bro. I don't. He has to shore up some of the holes that are in this game. And again, I believe the holes that are in this game, his defense. He got tagged a lot by Maurice Hooker, who, you know, isn't the most elusive person. He's not the most nimble in there. He gives up his reach, and it's gonna be fighters, you know, at that higher level that know how to time you, bro. That know how to time you, that know how to pick up on your tendencies, that know how to set traps for you. And I feel like against those types of fighters, Vergil Ortiz will fall into those traps right now. He's still young. He's still young, got a lot of promise, got a lot of talent and a lot of potential. But he needs to take that next step. You know, he does need to go back down to somebody that we haven't heard of. That's not what I'm saying. But he needs another test. And I think those 2 names are names that are good for him. I think Green Machine or Mean Machine, Calvinakis, or I think Josecito Lopez, bro. Those are the types of people that he needs to be fighting. You know, so I'm looking forward to see what's next from those 2 fighters, man. It was a great night of fights. And the greatest thing about it is, man, we were undefeated last night, bro. 3-0 in our predictions. 3-0 in our predictions. So you cannot hate on that, bro. Looking forward to the news that's coming out this week in boxing. We'll see what fights are on par. I haven't looked at the schedule yet, but y'all know if we got some good fights to do, we'll do some more fight predictions and fight recaps next weekend. But until then, bro, y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend, what you have left before we get back to the work week on Monday. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Be sure to hit that like button. If you come through here, put your seatbelt on when you get in my car, bro. If you come through and watch the video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video, bro. Also, comment down below. I like to chop it up with y'all, but I can't do it unless you leave a comment. So comment down below, bro. And if you want to have me hop on the panel, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email. Or if you got a subscriber request, man, there's a certain video you want me to do, you can reach out to me on that email. Again, that's knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out here. Peace.